Good morning, Vivian, Orville exclaimed, as the two of them met up once again by the mystery tree. Good morning, Orville, replied Vivian. Are you ready for the next Christmas memory riddle? I sure am, said Orville, as Vivian began to read the next riddle aloud. This one says, I can be pulled by horses or by reindeer. Instead of wheels, I use runners to glide through the snow. In some Christmas stories, I can also fly. What am I? What about a buggy? Asked Orville. The museum has lots of those in the collection, and they were made to be pulled by horses. Not many people own reindeer in Nebraska, but I imagine they could also pull one of those with the right harness and things. Buggies were the way to go back then, replied Vivian with a smile. Though the riddle says this artifact uses runners instead of wheels to move through the snow, and it's able to fly in some stories. Well, when I think of reindeer and flying, I think of Santa's sleigh, exclaimed Orville. In fact, the museum has a sleigh not far from the log cabin. Let's go check it out, said Vivian, and the two of them wandered over to see the sleigh. The children's eyes sparkled as they came up to the museum's sleigh. Wow, this sure does look like a Santa sleigh, Vivian exclaimed. I wonder what it must have been like to travel across the snow-covered prairie in one of these. It must have been magical, cried Orville. Though it probably also got a bit cold. Ugh. Yes, they must have had to really bundle up to make sure they stayed warm, Vivian observed. I don't see any electric headlights. I'm sure they must have used some lanterns, but it must have been dark traveling in one of these out in the countryside. Yeah, agreed Orville. You'd have to be really careful, and trust that your horses or reindeer were careful too. Yes, said Vivian, but I'm sure it must have been fun to ride in one on your way to town for shopping, or maybe to go to a Christmas party, or to a Christmas pageant. That does sound fun, said Orville. Then, right on cue, the mystery ornament transformed into an ornament with a Christmas sleigh on it. Yes, we found another memory, exclaimed Vivian. Back to the tree we go, then, said Orville, and the two of them headed back to the memories tree. There we go. As Vivian placed the ornament on the tree, both she and Orville stepped back to admire all the memories they collected so far. I wonder how many memories are left for us to find, Orville wondered aloud. I don't know, but it's been a fun journey so far, Vivian said. Oh, speaking of journeys, my family was going to go to the Christmas party over in Kronborg this evening, and I wanted to see if you wanted to come too. Thanks, Vivian, I'd love to come, replied Orville. I kind of wish we could ride in a sleigh to get there. That would be fun. Well, perhaps we can imagine we're in a sleigh while riding in the car, and we can have sleigh ride music playing as we go along. That's a fun idea, said Orville. Though can you imagine how fast the horses or the reindeer would have to run to pull us at the speed of a car? That would be very fast, said Vivian with a laugh. And the two of them went to get ready to go to the Christmas party while they waited for the next ornament to appear under the tree.